as we continue to learn about it?
Continues to be aggressive, continues to try to get the ball in the middle and find, his teammates, and that's important. Jeremy's still fearless at going to the basket. Got a little banged up tonight at times as well. But, again, you can sense him trying to get everybody involved, trying to be, the point guard out there that's going to get other players involved. And as long as he continues to think that way, continue to remain under control for the most part, that's a positive for the Knicks. They got a little bit of a running game going as well. That always helps. And certainly, with as many players that played tonight for the Knicks, the more he can get used to all those guys because you never know who's going to be in the game with you.
Took a little shot there from Tyson Chandler's elbow, but he was able to finish the game, even though it looked as though it was bothering him a few minutes after that. But he's very tough, we know that. And in tonight's game, Jeremy Lin had 17 points, 9 assists.
There was a Tebow there, wasn't it? When he went down on the one knee, or no? Was that not a Tebow? No, but he's showing definitely toughness, obviously. But, Kelly, the thing that impresses me the most about Jeremy Lin is the fact that he can take it to the hole. He can take a hit and finish, a lot like Carmelo can. They're very similar in that regard when they go to the basket. But, didn't take a lot of shots, as we've been seeing during their run when they were winning games. He was taking a lot of shots, but now he doesn't have to. Gets the assists, and I think that's big.
Only 4 turnovers.
And
the
4 turnovers is good, too. Of course, taking care of the ball. But, getting more cohesiveness with his teammates will cut down the turnovers as well.
But you got a good win tonight, despite the 21 turnovers. What is it that you want to build off of tonight going into Miami?
Yeah, I thought our defense was good. I thought we did some good things early, and then we got sloppy. Then it was good things, then we got sloppy again. You can see we still have a lot of guys out of sync, not quite there. But we're just trying to scratch these wins out, get the wins, get us to the practice the next 5 days after this next one. And then we'll see what happens.
Coach, going into Miami tomorrow, how critical was it for you tonight, really not having to play your starters extended minutes?
No, it was good. Miami's off, so that was good. We'll be able to save their legs a little bit. But we need to play. We need to play together as a unit. So, and then we'll see tomorrow. Miami's pretty good.
You went back with Jeremy in the fourth quarter. What was the decision there?
Oh my God, let's win! it's like 14 points. I better put him back in there. That's the reason. I just want to make sure we win. And Bear got tired. He got tired. So Jeremy's the guy that's gonna have to suck it up sometimes.
Coach, to follow up actually a little bit on Barron, he did have a few turnovers, but the 6 assists, What are you seeing from him?
He's getting there. He hasn't played for a year. He's had he laid in bed for about 3 months with a bad back, and this is to be expected. And I can see little stuff that, okay, that's good. Ooh, you see where he's rusty. But he's going to be good, and it's going to be a nice little tandem that we have coming in, and nothing should drop off. And that's not, normal around the NBA to have 2 guys that can play the way they will play.
Coach, all along you've downplayed individual matchups, but LeBron James told reporters in Miami that he thinks he's going to spend some time guarding Jeremy Lin. Is there anything you have to talk to Jeremy about heading into Thursday, knowing that matchup could happen?
Nah, he'll find out himself. He might as well experience it. But that's good. It's a maximum respect if it happens, and Jeremy will handle it, and hopefully the Knicks will handle it.
Coach, when you look at the way Jeremy's maturing, and even this may not have been a good game because Atlanta didn't do a lot of different things out there, but are you happy with the progress and the rate that he's making his changes? Yeah, this is pretty normal. We got a lot of guys out there sharing the ball, doing things. So his 17 and 9, about right. He's 4 turnovers, okay, a little bit. He can cut down 1 or 2, and he will. But he's making the right play, smart. He's savvy. He's just a good point guard. He knows the game, and I can see him going to certain people when you should have, and understanding who needs the ball this time, who needs it that time, and getting people off. He's really good.
What did you see that was a little more in sync tonight, and what are you continuing to see from Landry going forward during this 2.5 weeks?
Landry finds a way to be effective, and he is our best plus and minus guy, and sometimes he struggles with the shot. Sometimes it seems like, oh, gosh, what did you just do? But at the end of the night, he's effective. And he's a very tall, athletic, too, that allows us also for him to guard the point guard and put Jeremy over on a shooting guard if we need be. I thought JR did the same thing with his athleticism, and Landry just keeps getting a little bit better.
Anything else particularly in sync
I thought like 4 good minutes. The defense a little bit better, 4 good minutes, and then we went to sleep for a while. Then another 4 or 5 good minutes. But there were some of the guys came in off the bench I thought played extremely well. Obviously Novak again hit some big shots. Jared always gives you a solid performance. So the things are developing, and we'll get our guys, everybody up to par. And if that happens, then we should be fairly good.
Coach, what do you think about Novak shooting, and does he more so offset the loss of Sean Williams?
Well, we love Sean. So Sean did a great job for us last year and came out of nowhere, a little bit like Steve did. We didn't realize what we had with Sean, and we like Sean and wish we had him here again. But having said that, Novak is filled in, and that's what we needed. We needed shooting, and he's giving it to us. And he's smart, too. He's playing very good defense. He's rebounding the basketball. He's doing everything. 2 different players, but both of them very effective coming on off the bench.
Mike, what do you think tonight's game says about Carmelo's ability to play cohesively with the team the way it's now playing?
No, he can do that. I was never worried about it, and I told him before the game, he's got to be Carmelo Anthony. Attack, go. You get the ball, go. Do your thing. You don't have to fit in. What's fitting in? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Jeremy will orchestrate the ball. He's got it. He knows where to go over here, go over there. Sometimes it'll be out of bounds. We'll look at the film, and we'll get it back in bounds. But he can't think in his mind, okay, I got to give up this part. No, he's got to play. And Mari's got to play. And Jeremy's got to sort it out. And then as a team, we have to sort it out when things go bad. And we will lose, and things will go bad. But if everybody has that mentality, I'm attacking, this is my space, I've got no problem, I either take a great shot or pass the ball, then we could be good because there's a lot of talent out there. All right, guys. Thank you.
Now move on with as a team.
I think the way we approached it, the way we came out, I think our defense turned into offense. We denied the wings. We pressured full court. We made it difficult for them. Because of that, we were able to get a lot of fast break points.
So many new pieces now getting to play and more minutes. I mean, how cohesive was it? And as you move forward, too, now?
It's getting better and better game by game. I think we're really going to be able to improve when we come back from All-Star break and we have those 3 days where we can get a lot of practicing in. We can put a lot of stuff in, but just to be, out there without practice, 2 games, implementing the guys, I think we've been playing pretty well.
The Miami Heat are at home resting right now, waiting for you guys to come down there. I mean, what's going to be the challenge with the team that you're bringing into Miami this time around?
Miami Heat is a good team. They're Eastern Conference champions last year, played together last year. They understand each other well. What we have to do is bring the same pressure and intensity that we brought tonight, and I like our chances.
Specifically, the chemistry almost you see with Landry Fields and you. He's finding you as well as Lynn creating. And how is everybody contributing in that aspect?
I think just the ball movement. Lynn is doing an excellent job of contributing the ball, and and then Landry comes off the ball screen a lot. He's been attacking, been very aggressive, been able to keep his defender on his hip and then make good decisions because of it.
How's your health? I know your hand, you were kind of shaking it off quite a few times tonight.
I'm a little banged up, but I got one more game before the All-Star break, and then I'll be able to heal.
How important is it to win that last game before the All-Star break?
It's very important because, first of all, All-Star break is a long time before your next game, so you always think about that last game. So it's really good to end it on a good note, and, we want to come back and then try to close the gap between us and the Eastern Conference teams that are in the league right now.
Do the starters get something out of it when you're on the bench and you see the bench players picking it up like they did tonight?
Oh, absolutely. On this team, there's a lot of guys on this bench that would be starting on other teams. This is a very deep team. So we got to use that to our advantage. We got to approach teams and come at them in waves. And if we do that night in and night out, it'd be hard for teams to keep up with us.
And we take you right back to the Knicks locker room. A few minutes after that, Carmelo Anthony, in his second game back from a strained groin, met the media.
Yeah, I just, personally, I just needed that one game. I was a little rusty. Had to get into a game rhythm again. Had to sit out 2 weeks. But tonight was, it was a different flow of the game. Just coming out, just wanted to, be aggressive. Different ways out there on the court, and as a unit, as a team, we started from the beginning tonight on both ends of the court.
Carmelo, what are you telling though? Getting ready for tomorrow. What are you thinking is going into tomorrow night?
It's going to be fun. I've been in a lot of these games before. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of anticipation about this game. We going out there to win. Miami's playing great basketball right now. one of the hottest team, if not the hottest team in the NBA right now. So it'll be a great game, fun game down there. Great experience, especially for Jeremy, his first one. So we're excited about that. Huh?
What are you telling Jeremy about playing the Heat tomorrow night?
It'll be fun. They're just another team. I mean, they have some great guys on that team. They're a great team. They playing great team basketball right now. But it's a fun game. It's just going to be a fun atmosphere down there, and it's going to be one of the games that he haven't been part of yet.
Carmelo, what were some of the examples tonight that prove that you and Jeremy and everybody can play and create together?
Just playing basketball, that's it. That's the only thing I want to do, is just have fun playing ball, whatever it takes. Making guys better, taking what's open. And as a result of that, everybody, tonight had open looks, shot the ball well. We distributed the ball. We got out in transition, got in the paint. We had 50-something paint points tonight. So when we play like that, we're a tough team to beat.
Well, as a competitor, these are the kind of games you really look forward to playing.
Absolutely, I love these games. Especially playing against my friends, guys that are competitors as well. So I look forward to it. I'm pretty sure everybody else in the team looking forward to this trip and this game. We can go into All-Star break with a good thing.
What do you think this will show you about your team this game? Where you are right now?
Well, I mean, we don't want to put all that pressure on us about this one game. We want to go out there and just build on what we've been doing over the past couple of weeks. And there's another game on the schedule. It just so happened to be Miami.
When you look over,
Mike was saying that before the game. He said to you, you just got to be Carmelo Anthony. What did you guys have just a conversation about?
It was quick. It was a quick conversation, man. He came up to me and said, "Look, just be you," and that was it. I mean, he didn't really say too much. He just said, "Be you. Go out there and play your game." And, I respected that coming from him.
Does that help you? I mean, there was so much talk about how you guys are going to adjust and how you're going to adjust to Jeremy and everything. Was it kind of?
As far as that, yeah, they blowing that overboard. I don't really pay attention to that. I think they putting a little bit too much on that. And I think where Coach was coming from, he must be thought that I was paying attention to it, listening to it, but. I respect what he did. He came up to me early and told me, just play your game, do what you got to, do what you got to do out there on the court, be aggressive, and everything else will fall into place.
No, there's a point in the season where they weren't getting much from the bench. Now, when you look at what the bench can do, what do you think?
We have a deep squad right now. It's nice like tonight when our bench is very productive, and you can see how good of a team we are. Not just the starters, but our bench. They was very, very productive today. Came in with a lot of energy. Picked up from where we left off as the starters. And we're going to need that. Bench play coming out of stretch is going to be big for us.
And you've played with JR for many years, obviously, in Denver. What did you see tonight, those, aspects of his game that you know so well?
I've been part of that for a long time. Just the way he moves out there on the court on the defensive end. He plays in the passing lanes. He gets steals. He had 7 steals tonight, and it looked like he wasn't even trying hard. So when he's out in the open court like that, it's only going to make us a better team. Him and Shumpert, out there coming off the bench. I look forward to that.
Does it say something good?
I think they're going to do the same thing they've been doing, which is pretty much just a really hard show, make the point guard give it up, and they're so quick and athletic. So we need to make sure we try to get into the paint versus just move the ball around the three-point line.
Jeremy, it seems like tonight you made a conscious effort to try to get everyone involved, given all the moving parts that you have. Are you actually, again, with all the new additions, just trying to get the offense in sync?
Yeah, I think right now we have a lot of scorers, and so get the scores where they need the ball and get people shots, and I think that's the point guard's job. And so I don't need to shoot as much with these guys coming back.
Jeremy, speaking of defensive matchups, I think LeBron James told reporters down in Miami that he expects to guard you a little bit tomorrow night. A, I just wanted to know what you thought about that matchup, and B, do you seek out advice from a guy like Carmelo or anyone else who has faced him before?
Yeah, I think Melo, among others, but definitely him, has given me a ton of advice. Just not even on and off the court, everything. During the off day, he was giving me advice, texting me advice, and so he's definitely, kind of taking me under his wing. And in terms of the matchup, Obviously LeBron is a great player and a great defender. So just got to be aggressive, continue to not change anything on my end.
Jeremy, I flew in from Korea. You have a great number of fans in Korea right now, and we did a poll, and there were 2 questions that Korean fans wanted to know, and one of them was how you were able to balance school and athletics at the same time. And throughout the years, you had to overcome a lot of obstacles, hurdles, and all that, and how you were able to fight through all that.
So the first one, just make sure I try to get ahead of school and make sure that I don't load up. I don't have too much homework on any one day, and then once I'm done with my homework, I play basketball until I drop. And that was my parents' rule for me growing up. And then the other one was overcome the obstacles. I think I love playing basketball, and I'm not really too worried about what other people say or whether it's a racist remark or, I just make sure that I try to control what I do when I get on the court, and that's to have fun and give my best effort. And, I don't really think too much beyond that.
Jeremy, what was it like seeing Carmelo get back into the flow of things tonight in a way that he didn't a couple of nights ago?
Well, I think for one, he definitely, had a little rust in the last game. And, this game he didn't really seem to have that. And, I think he's doing a great job of, drawing to and kicking or scoring when he needs to score and running the lane. And I thought he played really well tonight. And he's just going to continue to improve. It's his second game back. He was out for a while, and, we kind of forget that. But I think, tomorrow night we're going to need him to score for sure. They're a really good defensive team, and we're going to need Melo to be, a playmaker and a scorer.
The Knicks win a big game, and we're talking about home.